Senator Sherrod Brown.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I apologize, too, for cutting Michael off. I apologize.
That's good. No, it's all good. I don't know when you dropped, but I was mentioning the fact that you're sponsoring legislation that would make Social Security COLAs work. You're also sponsoring good manufacturing legislation. What are the things that you see as most important going into this election?
Well, I think that, we're in terms of Social Security, Social Security cost of living adjustment is calculated based on a cost of living age of a working person, typically 40, 50, rather than an older person where health care is a more significant contribution to their cost of living. And so our part of their cost of living, by calculation, our legislation will base it on what is reality, and that is, what's it cost a 70-year-old to live, and what's the cost of living there. So the increase would be a bit larger. It wouldn't be huge, but it speaks to the importance of Social Security. And we know who votes in midterm elections. It's older voters typically. I just came from the University of Akron campus with some enthusiasm among young voters in this state, too, and we've got to do better there. But when you're talking to older voters, and the Republicans make the contrast, they want to privatize Medicare, and they want to privatize Social Security. They want to voucherize Medicare and shift costs to seniors when their struggles are great enough without that. And that's why it's important to remember how important Social Security is to so many people in this country, not just the pension, but the survivors' benefits and the disability part of Social Security.
Yeah. And your manufacturing legislation.
Yeah, our manufacturing bill is something the president's asked for. We've seen the first. I'm actually on my way to that place in Youngstown, the first manufacturing hub in the country in Youngstown, Ohio. We will have 20 or so of these if our legislation passes. It sets up manufacturing hubs to kind of bring us into the 21st century and advanced manufacturing. And it's not just preserving, the traditional manufacturing in our country. My state does obviously a lot of that, but it's bringing in advanced manufacturing and developing sort of teaching hospital concept where other businesses grow out of these consortiums of universities and community colleges and some federal dollars and local businesses. And it creates a middle class, and that's what our country stood for a long time.
This has a lot to do with explicitly our trade policies, which are variations on our tax policies, right?
Yeah, it still amazes me that so many companies' business plans in the last 20 years have been to shut down production in Toledo or Dayton, move them to Wuhan and Xi'an, China, and then sell back into this country, and you get a tax break for doing it. And it's just insane policy. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for communities. It's not really good for our foreign competitors either in the end. And that means a very different trade policy, a very different tax policy from what our country's pursued in the last decade.
And Nancy Pelosi got something to reverse that through the House or to some extent, and I know you were working on it in the Senate, but the Republicans filibustered it. Do I have that right?
Yeah, in the end, the Republicans say that they want, they're always saying that they want some kind of tax reform, but they'll never close the big loopholes that really matter. They'll never close the Wall Street tax loopholes where hedge fund managers pay a significantly lower tax rate than most other people. They'll continue to protect their oil friends. They'll continue to protect these companies, these huge multinationals that
the outsourcers.
And part of a tax.
Yep.
That's their mission.
Senator, we're out of time. Hang on just a second.
Listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
Sorry, Senator. That guy always steps on me. Thanks so much for being with us, Senator Sherrod Brown.
Sorry about the mess up. Okay, see you later.
Thank you.